Hi everyone, today I'm going to give you an overview of RuByfi and go over some of the top features to help you get a better understanding of how to use the platform and provide value to your trading day. So getting into this now, when you first join the site, you're going to be brought to the overview page. And this is going to give you some insight into the various pages and scanning features that the site offers, sort of in an all-in-one interface. So at the top you can see a overview of some of the recent activity in the market, from new highs, new lows, and new high volume. Now this right here is just sort of a snapshot of what's happening throughout the day, and it updates every so often. If you want to get the full real-time feed of all of these updates, you can click this View Full Scanner button here, and that will take you to the real-time scanner. And we're going to see that in a second here, but I just want to finish going over the overview page. So you can see your news and SEC filings together in one feed here. And the best part about RuByfi is that you have access to all of these powerful filters almost wherever you are on the entire site. So depending on what type of trader you are and what type of stocks you're interested in using, you can customize these filters to exactly what you want. So let's say you want OTC only, or an OTC markets trader. You can really filter down to just the price ranges that you want. You can filter by the dollar volume, and all of this is up to you. And you can also save all of these presets. So you can see over here, I have these presets from before, where I can take a look at very quickly loading up these saved scans so that I don't have to reset all of these filters every single day. And also, no matter what feed you set these filters for, you can apply them to everywhere. So if I set them as under news and save news filters, I can go over here to SEC filings and set the exact same thing. If I want to see top OTC of a certain dollar volume, I can set them over here, and that will filter in those filings too. So this way, you don't have to be bombarded with some of this information that you don't care about, and you can only see what you're interested in and what type of stocks you're interested in trading. And you can really tailor this down to only stuff that moves, only stuff that has a low float. You can filter by share structure. And those are some of the top filters that we have here, like float. Very important, especially for, you're looking for stocks that can move very quickly. You can also filter by outstanding shares, where, some companies don't report their float very easily. We have the outstanding shares for all of the companies there. So this really offers you a lot of features, and it can be very overwhelming. That's why up here at the top, you see these quick filters. This, I think, is the stuff that most traders are going to be using most often. These other filters are more in depth and stuff you may want to use when you're studying and researching after the market is open. For example, if you want to sort by, the revenue of the company, if you want to look for perhaps companies that don't put out news very often, you can use those filters. But when the market's open, these quick filters, I think, are going to be the most important stuff to you. And this here, especially for OTC traders, if you want to hide some of the foreign stocks, I know a lot of our users have reported that this is a feature that they really use, and I find it very useful because I think the foreign stocks are the ones that fill up these feeds the most, so you can use that there. And if we just finish up on the overview page, we have a earnings report list, so you can go through the companies that have reported earnings. And the way the system works is it tries to find the companies that are most likely going to report earnings on these dates. And then if they do, it'll fill in the price and ideally their actual earnings and how much the stock has changed since then. And you can see a live update on all of these companies here. And going to the bottom, you have our corporate actions, symbol changes, tier changes. Some of this stuff may not be interested to you if you don't trade OTC, or, so some of these tier changes may not be what you want. But the good thing about the platform is you only need to see what you need to see. So if you're only interested in stock splits, you can go there, or you can just ignore that section entirely. So that's the overview page. What I'm going to do now is go over here to the market page, and you see that our sidebar can expand. You don't have to have it in the way when you don't need it. So we're going to go to the market, and this is a very important screen. So this gives you an overview of the entire US market NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, and the OTC. And it lets you see all of the dollar volume that's flowing through the market throughout the day. And this gives a pretty good overview of what is happening and where direction the market is heading in. As you can see right now, we're having some trouble. We're facing a red day, and you could see that reflected here in real time. And really some of the green that's even here on the highest dollar volume, it has to do with critical news events, or this is an inverse short QQQ. So when the market's red or when NASDAQ's red, that's going to go up. So you can see here that we have, this is the sorted by top dollar volume, and you can sort everything here by these columns. You can see your mouse turns into a cursor here, and you can sort these by most traded. You can sort these by most volume. You can see we're starting to get into some of the OTC stocks with the higher volume, and you can filter that out, as I'll show you in a second. And this is a fun one here, percent change. So this is where the filters come in really handy. You can see that some of these are just some OTCs that got some, painted trades, a couple dollars here. Like you don't really care about this stuff. So you can get rid of it here with this filter. What I like to do is, we can select all and just get rid of the under 50,000, and that will get rid of that. Now you can see some real actual movers here, 95% up for Volt. Here's $100 million traded here, RCAT. So then you can go down the list and see where the actual money is. So I like to have this screen up on my computer during the day just to get a good overview, and then have another screen up that, maybe my scanner or my screener here, which I'll go through in a second. And, the news page, filings page, is more of an extension of what we saw on the home page. If you just want to focus on news, just want to focus on filings, the same thing is here. You can just have these up if you like, or you can just use the overview page. And, like we saw before, our filters are selected for us. Now, this here is one of the most important parts of the site. This lets you see all of the new highs and lows and see all of the market activity in real time. And on this screen, you can really drill down to very specific stocks by price range, by type. So you can really see where the volume is heading in the market and pick up a trade idea here. So what I like to do is, we see the entire market here. Maybe it's not particularly useful to have everything streaming in at the same time, although there are times where you could use that. What I like to do is filter down by stocks that are maybe under $5, maybe under $10. And you can see the feed is a lot more manageable now, depending on the day. You can see here, maybe I find a stock like this one down here, up 53%. You'll be able to see when that volume first hits, if it breaks out of a specific volume range here. So I can get rid of some of these foreign stocks. Right now I have the entire market selected, NASDAQ, NYSE, OTC, everything's coming in now. And I can really drill down. Maybe I don't care about the 5-day high. Maybe I only want to see a stock that hits some 10-day highs here. And there's a couple of useful settings you can have. Maybe I don't care about the low. Maybe I only want to see some volume breakouts. So the high volumes of a 10-day period. Some of these here, obviously these are volume where the stock is going down. But when you see maybe a news item hits up here at the feed at the top, and you can start to see the market react to that news in real time. That's something that you may want to check out. And we can also see block trades, which will often accompany a stock that has a burst in volume. Maybe you want to see the block trade on that stock. That may indicate a lot of money is heading into that, and that may be an opportunity you can check out. And we can filter that out, and it reacts in real time. And so maybe a stock comes up here. Let's say this one right here. So we see it's up 41%. There's a lot of money in it. Obviously, this has been trading throughout the day. But if we saw something like this pop up, we can pause the scanner, click on it, and then we can see what's actually happening here. So now that I take this, I go to the profile page here, and I can see that there was indeed a new press release today that came out, probably closer to the beginning of the day. You can see what the price was when that news came out. Maybe you see something that just came out. You can click on it, read it, see if it's something that may be an opportunity to you. And you can see what the market thinks of it right here with the full level 2 feed right here, as well as the time and sales. So you have everything that you need as a trader in order to make the decisions that are necessary to buy or sell. We also have a stock screener, which functions a little differently in that you can drill down to the specific presets like we saw before on the market page. This is sort of an expanded interface of that really lets you get down to the details. So like we saw before, you can have your sort. It works the same as you click on the columns, or up here, works the same way. You can sort by price, sort by volume. Say I want to sort by percent change. So let's do percent change here, right? Percent change, we're going to, let's say OTC only. And I'll give you a couple examples here, OTC only. And you know what we're going to do? I can actually look up all of my presets that we had before. So let's pull up this dollar volume one. Say only higher dollar volume, OTC. We can pull that up and boom, there it is, right? Save them anywhere on the site. You can pull them up here. You can save a bunch of them. So that way you don't have to keep entering these values every time. And so let's really drill deep into this. Like maybe I want to see only stocks that have had news today. I can do that. And so these are the companies that have had news, and I can flip through these. Obviously, there's only a few that fit the criteria that I asked for, but as you can see here, a couple press releases actually led to some dollar volume, a couple moves here. Maybe that's something I want to look at later, or look at now, and see what that press release is. So we can open it up another page, and you can look into that. And I can have a couple of these tabs open at the same time and look through some of these options. So some of the ones that I find the most useful, obviously the dollar volume ones, we can reset the market. Let's take a look at some of the technical stuff. Maybe we want to look at the price is above, or maybe we want to look at some lows, right? Price below the 50-day moving average. We can sort by those. Obviously, a lot of those are going to pop up now because of the state of the market, but you can drill down with some of these indicators, and by combining them, you can find some interesting trade ideas that might make you a lot of money. So one of the features that is a necessity here is, of course, watch lists. And with RuByfi, you can create a limited number of watch lists full of the different types of stocks that you want to track. So whether or not you want to separate your watch list by market type, or if you want to track your long-term or short-term holds, or whatever you want to do, you can create separate lists here and see all of the data updated in real time, such as the total dollar volume and a few stats related to each column here. So as you can see, I picked a bunch of stocks that are like high volume stocks, but we can go here and create a new watch list, and we can call it whatever we'd like. We'll just call it trends, for example, here. And I'll pick an array of different stocks, whatever comes to my mind here. And we can add these stocks to the list. And once we're done, we're immediately treated with an updated view with the stocks that we just selected. So let me add a couple more here. We'll add Palantir, if I can figure out how to spell it real quick. And I think that's pretty good. So yeah, Tesla, and then we'll save this. So we go over here to our new watch list. We can see it's updated live here. All the values are coming in, and it loaded pretty quickly. So we can immediately see the stocks that we added, and we can go throughout the rest of the site and add stocks to this newly created list that we have here. What I can do is I can create a different watch list. Let's say I want to just only track OTCs. So I'll create an OTC watch list in a similar way. We'll add a couple stocks here, and we're able to see those changes reflected on the site here. So it's a great tool to be able to track all of your different trades, make sure that you're not missing any critical information. Let's say that a new press release comes out for a stock you're watching. You can immediately go in and view that stock's profile, or flip between the different types of separated information that you want to see. So I'm going to wrap this video up here, but that was just a general overview of some of the most important features of RuByfi, but there are a lot of other things that RuByfi offers, like this depth dashboard here that lets you see multiple level 2s and time and sales at the same time, as well as our alert system and plenty of other things. And so you can check out the other videos on this channel to see a few of the other tutorials that I've made, as well as leave a comment below if there's anything else you want me to cover about RuByfi or topics related to the broader market, as well as any feature requests. I want to hear from the community and see if there's anything that I can build to help traders out in addition to what's already available on the RuByfi platform. So let me know, and thanks for watching this video.